Hello, welcome to the pre-season Amethyst.
I just thought it's great information.
Silverstone race and
Thank you
Spain, but
so
I'm not
much
going to
for
put the
telling me
Spain
that.
one
I
in
needed
because
to
it
know
was
that.
just a
If I didn't
shambles.
know that, right? I wouldn't have been able to
It's
live
just
my life properly.
that TikTok is
Seriously.
that race is going to TikTok, and if you're on my TikTok, you'll see why.
Like, genuinely though, like
but
I would
this
have
race
never
was
been able
good.
to live correctly. Like I would
You'll
have
see
died
in a minute that it was a
in 60, 70 years
full
time.
wet race, just a
knowing
one-shot
that
quali though.
I didn't get
Quali
that
wasn't bad.
information,
I
but
believe
now
we
that I've
got
got that
it was a
information,
P4.
right, I'm going to die peacefully in 60, 70 years time.
This was
So I do
Rampage
appreciate
saying
it.
in my chat I just farted and I'm me taking the piss, as per usual. But yeah, here we go. There's around, I believe 15 cars in the grid. There wasn't a full grid, but again, it's
It feels
pre-season,
off.
so it doesn't really matter. Tier
Don't
2
tell me
race
it's
as
raining.
well. But yeah, there you go. There's a full wet race, as I'm like, oh fuck, because I don't have any wet setups.
Why, man? So tier 1 gets the nice weather, but the less cars. But when there's fucking more cars, there's rain.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
and this paid off, and you'll see why at the end of the race. But anyway, so we're gonna get the dry setup on because we do not have a wet setup on. As you can see, it's a dry one-shot quali. I've done only 5 laps of practice, at least
It's
half an
GG's,
hour
and I've
before
got
the
pins
race.
and needles in my left foot, so this quality is going to be a shambles.
Well, yeah, here we go. The start of the one-shot quali. Now I've got racing line on only because I said to
in case anyone's confused.
I said to well, when I applied to Amethyst, I said that I'll use racing line corners only. So if I turn it off, it just doesn't really make sense. They'd probably put me in tier 1 then if they'd put me in the tier 1 market if I'm going to use no assists, obviously. I believe that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. And obviously, I'm not the best without racing line. I'm still practicing it. So for league racing line on, and for 5 lappers, open lobbies, just going to turn it off so I can practice. But anyway, we're currently sitting. I'm not 100% sure P4. I can't really 100% see it from here now up to P3. Lovely, love that. It's so nice and flat, like the last game. Yeah. Nothing really to commentate over there. Just a one-shot quali. We got the DRS button on the back straight enabled. We are sitting still P3, I believe. I 100% can't see because it's not full screen for me from my editing software. But yeah, heading into the last chicane. P2. Back to P3. Kind of messed that turn up. I just had a bit of understeer.
Okay, I'll take a P4.
Yeah, P4. Not too bad. We take it, especially on a wet race.
Take it. I can't afford the last turn.
At the front.
Oh, 1,000th of a second from much.
So we're 1,000 of a
P3.
second off much for P3. Yeah, the 25.954 either 0.5.955. So 1,000 of a second off much, but
yeah, I did as well.
Yeah, that's not going to be the end of much that we see in this race.
Right, for wet conditions for the whole race. Oh, GG's.
Sorry, if I'm coughing.
I can feel by like a lap and a half, I think.
But yeah, full wet race. As you can see at the end, it does go dry. So every minute, every lap, the track is just going to keep getting drier. But the first few laps was not the best for me. Obviously, I'm on a full complete dry setup and it's full wet conditions. So it's not going to be the best.
Obviously not a AlphaTauri on pole, but
obviously not wet practice either. But yeah, here we go.
Okay, good luck everyone.
I'm going to kick it off here around Silverstone pre-season.
I don't even know what to launch at.
It's 5 red lights. There's lights out and away we go. Not the best, but not the worst start from me. We take it. As you can see, there's a bit of fighting at the back. Got to take it easy through the first turns of P1. Nearly start sliding.
Please take it easy. Please take it easy. Don't. I'm not.
Yeah, got the McLaren sensor on it. But I'm not trying to fight. I'm just going to take it easy for the first few laps. That's the best thing to do, especially when you've had no wet practice and you're on a dry setup. It's just to take it easy in a wet race. There's no point trying to fight for the first few laps. There's still a long way to go. So
through turn 1.
If someone wants to send it on me, I'll let them. I'm not going to try and defend. We'll let them fight. As you can see, they all just went so deep.
We are being chilling. We might not have a
wet all trying to fight each other. I went on the inside of Tyler there, but again, not trying to put too much pressure on him. Just trying to sit behind, see what they do. If they collide, then I'll just go past. Just kind of getting, and you know, trying to find my way in the wet as well. Done no practice, so just trying to find my foot in with the wet conditions. And it seemed like I wasn't doing too bad. Yeah, P1 was already gone. I believe Much makes a mistake, I believe. I think he rode the curb too much, so he just decided to back off. I overtake Much. Tyler's in P3. And yeah, so then a McLaren sandwich, but we move. Yeah, that's the end of lap 1. Locked up a little. Locked up. Yeah, the front's a little bit, but we're chilling. Yeah, on to lap 2. Not too shabby so far, so we're just going to chill. Again, like I said, start of the race, just going to take it easy. But yeah, Much is going to send it on us, but once again, like I said, I'm not trying to fight, just taking it easy. So, but I believe he backed off, because I don't think he had, didn't have the room, didn't have the power, because I have a little moment there.
Fine.
But yeah, again, we're chilling. Keep braking a bit too much, which means I lock up sometimes, but I get it under control just in time, as you can see. But yeah,
so
I'm just going to let Much go past.
Go through. I don't want to ruin his race by making a stupid mistake.
And that as well. I don't want to make mistakes that ruin other people's races, in which I did do in the race, but we don't talk about that. But there we go. We're back at the back of the front 4, sorry. Yeah, on to lap 3. Again, nothing really happened. The last lap, it was just basically just a line. As I make a mistake here, this is the mistake I mean, and I hit Axel. I believe I just locked the, I think it was either the fronts, I believe, or the rears.
I'm so sorry to, is that Axel? Apologies, brother.
I don't think it was my fault for making Axel spin, because when he hit me, he was still straight, but I do think I caught him off guard, which is why he spun, so I do think I still have partial fault in his spin. So yeah, I do apologise for that, Axel. I apologise for ruining the race, but yeah, there was not much I could have done there. My fault for, you know, trying to use so much brake force into the turn while turning. I should have learned. I believe I just panicked because I didn't realise Axel was behind me. So yeah, I kind of panicked. As I have another moment, that nearly ruined my race. As you can tell, the car just bounced.
Snaps.
So yeah, that could have ruined my race. Could have went to the barrier, but again, just caught it just above. Anyway, I've got to try and pick up the pieces and chill. Lap 3 was like the worst lap in terms of the stability of the car and trying to, you know, catch up with the pack with the top 3. As you can see, the car was understeering and oversteering, having snaps, not being able to control it enough, not getting the throttle enough down, and I wasn't confident in the wet at all, to be honest. I really wasn't.
Australia Racing Show League,
yeah, true. Lap 4, 5,
yeah,
and 6.
I don't think my league's going to come back, to be honest.
By myself, I was just trying to catch up. And these two were fighting throughout them laps, which is why I've caught up. So it was lap 7 now.
Okay, so these two slowed each other down.
There you go. Like I said, on the string.
So I guess I'm back on the fight. But I'm not, again, I'm not pushing. I am not pushing. Yeah, I'm just taking it easy.
I've got a mark in my mind that, you know, this wet's not going to be here for long. It's as you can see, the you know, at the start of the race, it was really, the rain was hitting hard. It's kind of lighting down now. It will be going into conditions very soon. When, we don't know. It could be in a lap or 2 laps, 3 laps, we don't know. Again, so that's why I'm just thinking when to pit, let these race. But I need to think when is the best time to go to winters, right? So yeah, on the back straight we go. Obviously DRS not enabled to, as it is raining. We use a bit of ERS to kind of just get in the slipstream, just to make sure that I will stay behind them. As the Mercedes behind us is about 7 seconds behind us, so we do not need to worry. But there you go, bang! Mark said that it is ready for inters, so me and Much run into the pits because I believe we got the same message. So the undercut in this game is insanely powerful. Yeah, let's just say that now.
Yeah.
Keep in mind I'm P6, but in a lap or 2, just look at my
I've got
position.
a bruise on my arm, right, somewhere, and it's like my arm has been hurting.
Yeah, we're gonna pit to
like,
winters.
because of it.
So
So even when I'm racing,
as it is
starts to
into
ache.
conditions now, as Mark said on the pit wall, that it is very strongly for inter conditions. People behind us as well pitting. The Mercedes that was behind us is pitted.
Fucking hell.
A few people stayed out. I'm not really sure why. Whether they got the message or not from Mark, I don't know. But yeah, my teammate comes in.
We're on the inters, so maybe grip might be a bit better for me, but I'm just again take it easy.
Yeah, we're gonna take it easy for the first out lap on the inters, and then we're gonna try and see if what we can do in terms of grip, see how the grip is in the first couple laps when we get the tyres warmed up. Obviously, this lap 8, all the top runners are gonna pit as well that didn't get to pit, because obviously, you know.
I've got to find my feet with inters now.
Time Mark said the message, so they're already going through Maggots and Buckets, I believe, so they'll be pitting soon. But yeah, the inters, I instantly felt it. The grip was a lot better. Not on this out lap, but the next lap.
I'm not even confident.
I'm not
confident at all.
Felt a lot more
with what
easier to do. Again, the dry setup's gonna start coming back.
It's mainly just I don't know how much throttle to put down. That's it, really.
But yeah, the inters felt great. Didn't feel too bad in the out lap. I can't really remember, to be honest. But again, we got to remember that the track is getting dry, so the grip will eventually start to come back. But yeah, as you can see, the top
I feel a lot more grip
top
now.
runners have pitted.
You push a little bit more.
So, as you can see, it said I believe something about the grip, so I'm going to start pushing more, which I did. Bit of understeer.
Understeer is crazy.
Yeah, keep in mind those P6 before I pitted. Top 4 runners still in the pits. And Much gets ahead, right next to P1, in which he was like 8 seconds ahead, I believe. And I just in podium position of P3, ahead of the Haas behind me. Which is crazy because I was P6, I was nowhere near the runners, the top runners, before I pitted. The last few laps, I was nowhere near them, but as soon as I done the undercut, I was ahead. I was in P3, so yeah, we just got to try and catch up with Much. But moving on to lap 10, a bit of a battle between me and the Haas. He sends it on me, beautifully clean, just racing there, not too over aggressive, but obviously he just wants to get the race position. I didn't have enough power to get down, so I couldn't do the switchback. But I knew just to stay behind now. He is slowing us down from P1, P2, but I believe P1 got his 5-second penalty by now, so Much is basically
this league
winning
is so
the race provisionally, if that's how you say it, or
you know,
he's net P1 technically.
And this is only pre-season.
That's what you want to say. Haas makes a mistake there. I'm going to try and jump on that mistake, getting a slipstream, turn the ERS overtake button on. He has a bit of understeer. I'm just going to let him go because if I continue that, he's just going to understeer into me and ruin both races, which I don't want to do. So yeah, lap 10. Decent little battle with the Haas, not too bad. Yeah, heading on to lap 11. We'll try and see if we can get that P3 back. Heading into turn 1 now. I believe it's turn 1. I make a little bit of mistake there. Yeah, end of lap 11, coming into the final chicane. And the Haas makes a major mistake. I believe he just rode the curb too much, and he spun, unfortunately.
No.
I didn't want to have a battle with him. I didn't want to have a battle with him, but yeah, he just made the mistake and went into the barrier. So now it's time to catch up with Much. Again, the track is literally, I think it's stopped raining now. If not, it's literally like drizzle of rain. So the track is drying very quickly. So it's now time to, if you want to say hammer time in a Red Bull, it's time to push the tyres, push the ERS. I felt confident now because the track was obviously still damp, but it was drying up, so I felt more confident. Especially that the dry setup was obviously going to come into work as well.
Understeer is fucking crazy.
Yeah, having a bit of understeer, again, that's probably just the damp, just giving me tyres, bit of a hard time. But it didn't feel too bad. I was catching up with much, slowly but surely. So yeah, let's just have to keep pushing on, and let's hope either Much makes a mistake or we just, you know, have that pace to catch up with Much. But at the moment, I think me and Much are having the same pace at the moment. So 2 seconds ahead of me. As you can see, he's on the back straight now. But yeah, heading on to lap 16. Again, not really happened in the last few laps. It was just literally me and Much was on similar pace. So you know, it was just me behind him and him in front of me. That was literally it. But as you can see, a few laps ago we was about 2.1 seconds behind. We are now 1.5 seconds behind. So as you can see, Much's pace has dropped off. Unsure if it's because he's on a wet setup or his tyres died off quite quickly or his tyre pressures were too high. He did tell me after the race that his tyres were literally on fire, so I'm guessing it was maybe him on a wet setup, but his tyre pressures were just way too high. So yeah, as you can see, Rampage in the chat says too hard, don't get DRS.
I mean, the grip is just going to fall.
Yeah,
fall off the
he knew that I had to push. I knew that I had to
spin.
push if I wanted to be able to get Much in the last.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I take a look at my tyre wear, and I believe it was up in the 60s then. Obviously the tyre wear glitch is still a thing in the game with each different car, unfortunately. But yeah, tyre wear was up to at least coming up to the 90s at the end of the race, I believe. So yeah, let's hope Codemasters fix this bug, because it's very annoying, especially on equal cars. It should be unrealistic, but not on equal. But as you can see, we've caught up about 3-4 tenths to Much as we're heading through the final chicane to go on to lap 17. We are on his tail now, again, about 9 tenths behind him, I believe, or just a second behind him. So I'm going to use all the overtake button to try and continue to catch up, because the DRS is going to be activated, or is already activated. I'm not really sure, I can't remember. It either is or is about to be. But the track is literally bone dry, as you can see, and everyone is still on inters. A few people, I think a couple of people pitting for soft to get the fastest lap, the people at the back, which I don't blame them for, fair enough. But yeah, there you go, DRS is on. So we get the DRS button on, we're going to enable the overtake button. We're going to try and get into Much's slipstream. But you can see Much is having a lot of understeer, so it must have been his tyre pressures. His tyres must have been like nearly touching the 120 degrees, maybe 115s, 110s maybe. It was probably just a whole fucking fire going on his tyres. But yeah, we are right behind Much now. Again, the dry setup really coming into play now. But I'm going to lift off the throttle a little bit, because I do want to get DRS in the back straight. But yeah, you can see him just struggling so much to get through the turns. But yeah, again, DRS.
Behind.
Never mind. I didn't turn the DRS button on. I remember now. I stayed behind to lap 18. Okay,
Staying behind.
Totally forgot about that. Not gonna lie, even though I only edited the video like an hour ago. But yeah, heading into the final chicane of lap 17, heading on to lap 18, the second to last lap. I've got to get a move done here very soon. As you can see, P1 has an 8-second pen, so he won't be winning the race unless me and Much spin out. So it's either going to be me or Much winning the race. So I knew I had to do something. We're heading into the first chicane. As you can see, just Much is just really. It just seems like he couldn't get the throttle down. You can see having so much oversteer there. Both of us done the same thing, just too much throttle and too much wheel spin. But there we go. We had the overtake button on, DRS on. Much goes to the outside. I go on the inside. He's still going on the outside, but we're still wheel to wheel. I take it easy, and Much just lets off because he just doesn't have the tyres advantage and the tyre condition and temp to even attempt to do a switch back on me. But yeah, this is where it gets interesting. I nearly took both of us out because I let go of the throttle because I wanted to get DRS in the back straight. Yeah, I believe this is the last lap if I'm not mistaken. I can't 100% see because it is a bit pixelated because I have a little screen. But anyway, we get the DRS button on, overtake button on the back straight. We get past Much. which is still there. I have a bit of understeer. As you can see, the tyre wear just above the bottom right is so high, but we do get past Much. We're heading into the final chicane. There's no way Much can come back. So we are going to win the pre-season race around Silverstone on my home track here
Nicely
around
done, lads.
Silverstone. Nicely done, P1. Great driving from Much.
Yeah, I'm getting at the end of the GG's, boys.
Yeah,
GG's
Much was driving very greatly.
Amazing racing.
It's just a dry
Great
setup
racing,
came into play.
Kept it clean. Wheel to wheel.
Yeah, and the
How much weight? I think it was up to
very,
88.
very
I didn't
definitely
check.
worth
I
putting
was
the
too
dry
busy
setup on.
trying to steer the
Instead of
car.
trying to figure out what
I'm checking your PC. Fuck off.
instead of trying to
Martin.
figure out to
That's
get a
cool,
wet
boys.
setup on. So yeah, the dry setup paid off.
Take it.
Not at the start of the
Good
race.
race. Into
But,
Stowe they go.
This is the clip from the Coventry broadcast side of things. If you want to watch
Thompson
that.
around the outside of Much. Hardizers will cross the line to finish P1 on track. But it's going to be Ollie Thompson. Oh, Hardizers.
He receives another 5 seconds.
And that would
Unserved penalties.
probably
Yeah.
be
There you go. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it.
overturnable.
These type of videos will
his
come
P3
out more
for
often.
Hardizers. Jerling finishes
especially
P4.
when
Thompson
actual league
wins
racing
though. Much
starts.
P2. Puffran will be P5. P6 will
But yeah,
go to
lovely
Potts.
little pre-season race around
The
Silverstone.
turns.
And yeah, enjoy the end of the video again. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, comment, do your own thing. And yeah, have a good day, have a good night, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next stream or
I win around my home track.
video. Take care.